What's good, y'all? GVO Juju back with another one for you. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe, alright? Help this channel grow so it can reach the people it needs to. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, either leave it in the comments below or add my socials. Instagram is the one I be on the most. So look in the link for the description. Look for all that. You feel me? Add all them shits. Today, what I want to be talking about is slavery. Not slavery as in what they told you was happening back in the 1600s and shit, when we was back in the plantations and shit. I'm not talking about that type of slavery, the physical slavery. I'm talking more of a mental slavery. How we have become slaves to certain things and indoctrinations that we have thought to give our energy to, you feel me? Become slaves to. And I want to talk about what it is and how to get ourselves out of that mental slavery box, alright? And I know some of y'all are wondering why I took a little absence off of YouTube and just all social media for a week. The reason I did that was just because I felt like I needed to take a break, you feel me? Like, I needed to take a little break to get my mental right, get my spirit right, just get my energy right again. Because, look, I'm human, man. I go through shit too. So I just had to take a little break from everything. My spirit was telling me just to get back in nature, get back to my natural energy, just so I can come back reinvigorated for y'all. So the information, my tone, my mood, just everything is aligned with what I have to do, you feel me? So I just took a little week break just to get myself back together, you feel me? But anyways, so slavery. When I say slavery, I'm not only talking about the physical type of slavery that us melanated people and many other indigenous races were subjugated to. When I say slavery, I'm talking about us allowing ourselves to be run by certain things, whether physical or emotional or spiritual. Like when people say you're a slave to your phone, when people say that somebody is a slave to their lust, that means they are being run by these certain things or items. And on a daily basis, what I've realized is, especially with this school shit coming back, what I've realized is a lot of people are being indoctrinated into being a slave on a daily basis. And we don't even know it most of the times. And here's an important thing to understand too. The subconscious mind governs 95% of how you act, think, and feel on a daily basis. So basically, the thoughts that you have access to and the feelings that you feel on a daily basis are governed by your subconscious mind. That's why it's so important. Slavery is something that has been indoctrinated into our minds from the time we are babies. From the first second you hit school, right? When you're in kindergarten or pre-K. When you're 4 years old, when you're that age, you're naturally energetic, you're happy, like, you just want to play tag, you do all this fun shit. The second you hit school, nigga, your teachers would know, nigga, you better sit your ass down in that chair, shut the fuck up when I talk. You better raise your hand when you want to speak too, boy, or else you're going to get kicked out of class, you're going to get this red card. What that's doing to you is taking you out of your natural essence and allowing yourself to be governed by something external of you, by your teacher. You are told when you are a child that your natural essence is not what's acceptable. And what that's doing is you're opening yourself to be governed by external things. That's when you really start to look into the school system and how it really just teaches us to be a good slave. Because that's all school really does. School teaches you how to be a good slave to this matrix. School doesn't teach you how to be your own boss, how to be your own self. It doesn't teach you about your true nature. It teaches you how to properly get instructed and governed and run by someone else. When you really start to look into that, you start to realize, oh, that's why all these trends happen. That's why people want to be like the Kardashians. That's where the term keeping up with the Joneses follows. Because from a child, from our youngest age, we are told what we are is wrong and not acceptable. And to me, when we are taken out of our true nature, out of fear, and just because somebody else was telling us that what we are is wrong and not acceptable, that to me is slavery. Slavery to me is when you are subjugating yourself to a mass viewpoint, when you are subjugating yourself to being like everybody else out of fear to be your own self, because we are told that we and our natural self is wrong. That is slavery to me. Because when you allow yourself to be governed by what everybody else thinks, that allows yourself to be manipulated. That opens yourself up for manipulation to be what they want you to be. And I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the biggest truths that I figured out along my spiritual awakening is that you are the strongest being in this world. And they don't want you to realize that. So they make you externalize that power into outer world things such as money, such as, social media, as these types of things, you feel me? Because they know that once you really get in touch with your true self, that's why every single book says, know thyself, you should know the heavens. That's why every single holy book has a sentiment like that. Because all the gods, all the people who run this universe, they knew that once you really get in touch with your true self, you are the most powerful being there is. So what these fucking reptilians, what these niggas who run this matrix do is they instill that slavery mindset into you to take you away from your true self, to externalize the power that you hold. And when you really start to realize that you are truly the most powerful thing there is, that you hold the power to create literally everything in this world. If everybody were to realize that, this current society will crumble. And the elites that run this world, they feed off of our energy. They feed off of our sadness, our negative energies. So that's why they have to give us jobs. That's why they have to instill things like money, which is just a control system to externalize the power that we have within ourselves into this matrix. A lot of you may be asking as to, why do they do this? Why don't they teach us about ourselves? Why don't they teach us things like meditation in school? Why don't they teach us about hieroglyphics that teach us that our spirit is the most powerful thing in this universe? The reason they don't teach you that is because this entire society that they've built for us, this matrix, runs off of our negative energy. The elites that run this world, they can only feed off of our negative energy. That's why they have things like money. That's why they have these control structures like money and all these celebrities to look up to. The reason they do this is because they don't want us to realize our internal power. Because once we realize our internal power, we're going to realize that all this shit that they've built for us, we don't need no more. And when we realize that, this entire system will start to crumble and they won't be able to feed off of us. When you feel that you need something to survive, you're able to be controlled by it. If you fear loss of something, if you fear that without this I can't survive, you're able to be controlled by it because you are going to do whatever it takes to get that thing. That's why money was created for us. Because without money, we cannot have anything in this matrix. We cannot survive. So, slavery is things like that. Slavery is the feeling of needing something in order to survive when in reality you don't. We're the most intelligent species on this earth, yet we have to pay for our food. We have to pay for our home. We are the most intelligent, yet we are the only ones who have to do that. It makes no sense, does it? The slavery mindset is instilled into you to keep yourself from thoughts like those. To keep you feeling that you do need all this stuff to survive. To feel that I need the society who runs this world to govern how I act. Because I rely on them, when in reality you don't. Because I'm going to tell you a truth. You govern your reality. Yes, we do live here, so you do need things like money, sadly. You do need to be able to take care of yourself in this physical reality. But what I want you to start realizing is your life can't be run by that. You can't be run by money. Your number one purpose in life can't be to get this amount of money or this job or et cetera, et cetera. You can't govern your internal life, your happiness, your love by things in this matrix because all of this shit is fake. All of this shit was built off a structure. This entire society was built off a house of cards. That's why it's crumbling right now. That's why they're instilling things like COVID-19. That's why they're putting these indoctrinations into us of fear. Because they realize that this house of cards that they built for us is starting to crumble. Because more of us are starting to realize that we don't need them like how they say they do. The only way to start disconnecting from this slavery mindset that they've instilled in us from a little child is you have to start disconnecting from the matrix. You have to start disconnecting from social media. You have to start disconnecting from the television, which tells lies to your vision. Ignore the plane. You have to start disconnecting from this external world and starting to learn more about your internal world. Because whether you know it or not, you have all the information that you had. You have all the information that you need within you already. You are connected to a divine source that is bigger than the internet. You are connected to divine knowledge that is greater than what any book in this world can tell you, whether you know it or not. Once you start to connect back to yourself, you're going to start getting these downloads, such as the one I have now. And you're going to start to realize that this structure that they've built for us is a house of cards. And it is starting to crumble. You cannot put your faith into something that is untrue. That's why, like I said, money, religion, that's why they make you externalize your power so much. And the only way to get that power back is to start to take your power back from those energy sources that you've had externally. If you want to gain control of your life, you first have to gain control of your energy. You have to gain control of the things you put your energy towards and the energies that you let affect yours. When you're scrolling on social media, right? Let's say you're in a good-ass mood. And then all of a sudden, you're scrolling on Twitter, you see 14 children kidnapped and killed in this location. That energy is naturally going to make you feel in a lower vibration. And what you just did is you allow something externally yourself to govern your mood. Now you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed. You're thinking, oh man, I feel for those little kids. Rather than thinking in that positive vibration that you were thinking in previously. Those little things are those little types of things that this matrix has instilled into us that we allow to control us. So really start to understand what you put your energy towards and what you allow to affect your energy. Then you're going to start to pick out these little things that have started to affect you in ways that you didn't even know before. And once you really start to do that, you really start to gain control of your life. Because once you master your energy, you master your life. You feel me? That's really all I got for y'all today, alright? And I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading, but I really enjoy giving these messages out to y'all. You feel me? Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, share, subscribe, all that shit. Let this channel grow. If you have any video suggestions, leave it in the comments below. I'm open to hearing what y'all want to hear from me. And without further ado, GVO Juju signing out, man. Love y'all.